maybe since you are a parent, you are aware of many features of the institution. We are autonomous institution and we give a lot of impetus to internships and skill development projects. So it's a project-based learning methodology we are following. This year we have also added AI and ML. In addition to AI, DS, this year we added AI and ML, and we have also added cyber security. So these are all cutting edge BTechs that is very much needed by the country at large. So once again, I wish to welcome you and thank the Department of AI for organizing this. Best wishes to all my student friends. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Sir, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sabita?
Thank you, Principal Sir. A very good morning and a hearty welcome to one and all present here. I'm Sabita Shinu, and it's my great pleasure to welcome you all to our Series 5 of Parent Campus Connect on the topic of types of software developer jobs organized by the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science of Ishwari Engineering College. As we all know, education will reach its great privilege when it becomes a shared commitment between dedicated teachers, motivated students, and enthusiastic parents. I would like to extend my warm welcome to our respected guest and parent of Miss Parami of Second Year AIDS Department, Mrs. Jayashree Srinivasan ma'am, and our Principal Dr. R.S. Kumar sir, our Head of Department Dr. Kanaka Subbaraja sir, our faculties and my fellow students. Thank you all for joining us today. Now I would like to invite our Head of Department, Dr. Kanaka Subbaraja sir, to give us some words.
Thank you. Very good morning to everyone. I welcome today's chief guest and parents of Parami, Ms. Jayashree Srinivasan, Managing Director, Operations, Institute Technologies, India. Welcome, ma'am. And next, I welcome our beloved Principal, sir, Dr. R.S. Kumar, who is a big source of information for us. Welcome, sir. And next, I welcome our faculty members and students of our Artificial Intelligence and Data Science Department. And Parent Campus Connect series is a novel initiative by our department. And so far, we have conducted 4 programs in this series. And now we are going to conduct the 5th one. So what is Parent Campus Connect series? So the Parent Campus Connect series is a series of talks given by parents of their students studying in our department. So the objective of this series is in many of the parents of students are in top position in leading IT industries and top government officials. So through this series to learn from their expertise for the benefit of our students and faculty. And we hope this series will help to build a good relationship with our parents. And I extend my warm welcome to Ms. Jayashree Srinivasan ma'am, and who has kindly accepted our invitation to deliver today's session. So today's topic is types of software developer jobs. So, and in this forum, I want to share something about the Institute Technologies, and it is a US-based company. And this is a core company. They mainly do many jobs in the artificial intelligence and data science. And the company apply IoT plus AI fabric methodologies to leading sectors like energy, agriculture, oil and gas, asset tracking, and manufacturing. And in this forum, I request our students, please explore the Inficit Technology website. So in this website, they clearly explained what they are doing in the industry in the animation form. And also in the download the brochure, very simple concept of our AI and how it will work. So all the things very easy manner they explain in the brochure. And I hope this program very useful for our student as well as our faculty member. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us in the Parent Campus Connect Series 5, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, sir. So let me start. Yeah. So
thank you, sir.
Welcome, students.
Welcome.
One minute. Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to introduce our keynote speaker, Mrs. Jayashree Srinivasan. She is currently working as Managing Director, Operations India in Freeshift Technologies. She has PMP certified IT consultant with more than 80 years dedicated to project management, change management, web solution, and business intelligence solution. She executed more than USD 30 million work projects. She also administered a BA solution, designed the BA architecture, and created dashboards. She has excellent communication skills, decision-making capabilities, problem-solving skills, and organization skills with proven capabilities in team management, customer relationship management, and effective crisis management. We are happy to have you with us today, ma'am. Now, I would like to invite Mrs. Tracy Srinivasan, ma'am, to take over the session. The session is yours, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Yes, welcome everyone. Let's move on to our discussion today. It's about choosing the right career path. Okay. Yeah. Hope you have seen this picture. See, for a fair selection, if you ask all these animals to climb the tree, right? Then it won't work. Correct, because the elephant may be having different strength and the monkey may be having different strength and the other animals may be having similar strength. Similarly, humans also, different people have got different abilities. Okay. This is a famous quote you might have seen. See, everybody is a genius. Okay. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, what would the fish do? It will live its whole life believing that it is a stupid. But what do the fish do? It has to understand that it is good in swimming, right? So it should not, believe that it can't climb the tree, so it is a stupid. Correct? Yeah. Um, so all of you have the ability. Now, you have to find out what you are good at. All of you are at the right place and have chosen the right course, and you have good mentors in your college. So every one of you can reach the top position in your career. If you find out what you are good at and what is more interesting to you. Okay. A recent survey revealed that those who are motivated by passion rather than recognition and accolades had far more successful career after graduating. So passion or doing the work that we love is instrumental for our long-term success and happy professional life. So let us explore the career path that you can choose in software industry. So can you tell me the different type of jobs in software industry? Students?
And students, you can unmute and tell the answer. Share your suggestions, ideas.
Yeah, be interactive in the session and, tell me your thoughts,
And
ideas,
otherwise,
and
you
ask
can
me
post the
questions.
message in the chat box.
Okay, so let me tell. Um, yeah, so in software industry there are different type of jobs available. We will see each type of job, so you have a fair understanding of what are the different type of career opportunities available to you. Okay, before you know talking about the different type of jobs, let us see the difference between product based companies and service based companies. Okay, choosing the right company is a must, as your entire career will depend upon the skills you learn and the abilities that you have. So everyone wants to be in a company that helps in improving their skills and provides you a better learning environment. Before choosing your dream company, almost every student comes across the question that should I choose a product based company or service based company? Okay, so product based companies have their own product to sell. Examples like Google, Alphabet, Facebook, Adobe, Netflix, Zoho, McAfee, Flipkart, Uber, okay, Oracle, Salesforce, etc. On the other hand, service-based companies may or may not have their products, but their primary business is service. They work for other organizations, or we can say that they are the clients of product-based companies. Product-based companies conduct more interview rounds. Cracking the interview is a bit difficult than service-based companies, but the salary growth opportunities are certainly high in product-based companies. Okay. So you have seen that only very few are reaching the top of the ladder in any industry, right? So how can you stand out in a crowd? There are so many people in the industry. Not everybody knows exactly what they want to do when they enter the software industry, or even more so, not everyone picks the right thing to make them stand out in a crowd. Correct. So you may have skills in one particular area, okay, but if you end up working in other area which you are not good at, or which you are not interested, then you may not shine well. Okay, so especially when you enter into service companies, right, they don't have a choice, or to choose the project that you want to do. They may be asked to work in mainframes, or simply to monitor the existing application in production, or work in night shift and call the team lead if there is some severity issue, or they may be asked to do testing. But if you are lucky to work in product companies, especially startups, you have a fair chance of growing exponentially in your career within 2 years. Even those with experience in the field also struggle. That's because the software development is rapidly evolving with the new tech stacks every day, frameworks and languages every single year. So as software developers, we therefore have to keep learning every single day. Okay. So you may already know few of the roles that I'm going to discuss here. Let's go from the popular jobs to the less known jobs. Okay. The web developer, I mean, many of you would like to be a web developer in your college projects, or some other projects. You will be doing all the designing, database design and backend logic, everything yourself. But in organization, it's not like that. There are three main branches of to web development. They are front-end developers, back-end developers, and full stack developers. Okay. Let's get into the details of what they do. If you're a kind of person who is good in visual user interface, aesthetic sense and layout, and if you don't want to get into the details of database implementation, functionality implementation, all those things, then this role would be interesting for you. They are committed to creating web applications and websites, and your skills includes UX designing, CSS, JavaScript, HTML, and UI frameworks such as React, JS, Vue, Angular, and others. Okay. Yeah. Next is backend developer role. See, the backend of the website consists of servers, applications, and databases. And the server-side developers help build and maintain these components. By doing so, they enable the user facing side of the website to exist. I mean, now you may not really understand the difference between, the full stack and the front end, back end developers. But if you look at the large organizations, right, there are specifically back end developers to do the particular work, and there are front end developers, because the skill set required for both of them varies. The front end developers has to be, really aesthetic, and they need to be having good creativity, correct? But back end developers needs to be very logical person. So they are also responsible for API development, backend developers. Their development skills are, like .NET, Ruby, Java, C++, Python, Scala, Node.js, and others. So let me tell you an example. See, you are using Swiggy for food delivery, correct? The front-end developer of the Swiggy will be given a task to make the website user-friendly to you. See, for example, assume that you don't have a search option to choose the menu or the restaurant of your choice, okay? Then how do you feel? You will feel that the Swiggy is a bad UI, correct? You may have to go through lot of all the list, right? It will be very bad UI. So the front end developer needs to carefully curate what needs to be on the UI side. On placing the order, the data would be sent to the backend server. The backend applications will send messages to the respective restaurant, get the status when food is prepared and picked up. Then when the order is picked up, the backend application get the required details to show you where the delivery boy is. Then the data is passed to the front end application. which will use the Google Maps API to show you the map, and the current location of the delivery boy is shown with the bike. Okay, so in any application, right, a lot of roles are involved, and this is how they manage. Next is about full stack developer. This role is in high demand by many startups, which aims simply to put all those features together in a cost-effective way. Nowadays, this path is even easier for beginners. With a language like JavaScript, you can become a full stack developer by picking a front-end framework like React.js and backend framework like Node.js, and coupled with popular DBMS like MongoDB, and then you are ready to go. Okay. Next is about mobile development. See, if you are someone who loves to interact with mobile applications and is aspiring to build one, then mobile development might be right niche for you. Okay, it is also very entrepreneurial, as you can build your app or games and make millions if you are lucky. There are many platforms for mobile development, but the most popular remains Android, iOS, and Windows Mobile. Cross-platform mobile app development allows you to write an app in one language that will work on multiple platforms. React Native is one such platform, which makes it possible to simultaneously create apps for iOS, Android, and Windows Mobile. Like I know many of you used to play GTA Vice City and other games even now, right? So game development is a great career option. It is a difficult one with a lot of competition and long hours. But if you're passionate about games, go down this route. There are frameworks used by game developers include, DirectX, OpenGL, Unity 3D, Unity 3D, WebGL, and languages such as C, C++, C Sharp, and Java. Nowadays, JavaScript and HTML5 games are rising in popularity. So, like you need to know the coding, and you should have experience with game development engines if you want to go this route. Unity is a cross-platform game engine that allows you to develop 2D and 3D games. It is particularly popular for indie and mobile games. It's free for students and for personal use. So you can start creating games and gaining some experience before you get hired. Okay. Similarly, Unreal Engine is another 3D creation platform. So, and if you're good at C Sharp and C++, video game development would be much, easier for you. Next is about embedded systems in IoT. So how many of you know about embedded systems? Any answers from you?
Students, actually students not study the embedded system.
Okay.
And next semester they are going to study the embedded system and IoT.
I see. Okay, no problem. So let me explain. See, embedded systems control many devices in common use today. Okay, an embedded system is a microcontroller or microprocessor based system which performs a specific task. Nowadays, almost every device has a brain, right? Arduino, PIC, 8051, and Atmel microcontrollers are usually used to design embedded systems. You have embedded system in your house, in fact. Let me come to that shortly. Embedded developers often work with languages such as C, C++, assembly, Java, or proprietary technologies, frameworks, and toolkits. With the rise of IoT, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, and real-time analytics, embedded systems have evolved to control all kind of system automation, including home and building. Working in an embedded system is a great option, especially for those with some electronics background, or if you are interested in some electronics related stuff. See, let me give you some examples. Some embedded systems are like MP3 players, your video game console, mobile phones, digital cameras, DVD players, GPS, ATMs, robotic vacuum cleaners, as well as household appliances such as microwave ovens, washing machine, dishwasher. Everything includes embedded system to provide the flexibility and efficiency. All of them have got, microprocessor based chips or other stuff, correct? If you, you know, call a technician, right, when they open, you can see all those parts. Nowadays, embedded system is a subset of IoT. What is IoT? You might have known already. So it is simply network of internet connected objects able to collect and exchange data. Okay, Internet of Things. Here, if you see the word Internet of Things, Internet is one part and thing is another part. Okay, the thing here refers to the embedded system. Okay, all these embedded systems are connected with internet, that is called IoT. And IoT is a combination of this embedded technology, network technology, and your information technology kind of apps or something like that. Okay, so internet being the backbone of connectivity, things are the objects or devices. Okay, so you hope you understand what IoT means now. It is Internet of Things. Things refers to the embedded system, and we are connecting different things with the internet. Okay. At the simplest level, IoT is a combination, as I said, of all these things. So let me give you a practical example. See, let's imagine you have a smart air conditioning unit in your home that is connected to the internet. Okay. This is a thing. The smart AC is a thing that is connected to the internet in your house. Now imagine it's a hot summer day and you have left for home from your college. You would like your home to be cool enough by the time you enter it. So when you leave from your college, you can remotely switch on the air conditioning unit of your home using your mobile app. Okay, like LG provides some app to control it, and all the brands provide the app to control the smart air conditioner, correct? So your smart AC will have an embedded system that collect temperature data from a sensor and send it to the cloud, which is internet, using a Wi-Fi model. So your smart AC will be connected to your home Wi-Fi. Okay, so this is your embedded system. The Wi-Fi network and cloud constitute your network technology. Okay, you are using internet, Wi-Fi, and other stuff, and your AC is your embedded system. Now, the mobile apps, LG mobile apps or Samsung mobile apps that you use to control, right? That is information technology, which upon receiving the data, the mobile app will switch on the AC depending on your GPS, right? So all you need to do is add network technology and some information technology to your embedded system and convert it into IoT system. So this is very popular nowadays as well. So you need to learn the technologies mentioned here to enter into the embedded technology area or even IoT. Okay. Next, we will talk about cloud computing. So cloud computing is a system of databases and software typically operated in data centers and warehouses. It enables users and business to access digital information over the internet from anywhere rather than having physical service in a network closet, network in your office, back office. Okay. Cloud computing offers business reduce IT overhead cost, which is especially important for small business and startup that might have the capital to invest in an extensive on-premises IT department. You might have seen that you are using Gmail, Google Drive, and other things, correct? So, where do you store the data? All of it is stored in Google's cloud server, right? And you might get message your cloud storage limit exceeded. They give you only 15 GB worth of free data. After that, you may have to pay for that. That's how they earn the money, by providing you storage in their data warehouse, correct? So Google, Microsoft, and Amazon, all those companies, they provide this cloud storage for you, and they earn money. Not only storage, there are various other areas in cloud computing. Like, I think you might have heard of SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS in cloud. So SaaS means software as a service. PaaS means platform as a service, and IaaS means infrastructure as a service. You might be familiar with HackerRank, correct? So that is an example of software as a service. What do you do there? Do you install the software every time in your laptop? No, right? So you are signing into it directly using the software, and so you don't need any installation on your laptop. If you want to go for higher plans, HackerRank charges you some premium fees, correct? So that's how they earn. Similarly, all these companies provide infrastructure itself as a service, platform as a service for others to use. Okay, there are several roles here: cloud administrator, cloud security analyst, cloud network engineer, cloud software engineer, cloud architect, and there are several other interesting jobs like that. Okay, let's move on. So next is about network engineer. Okay, network engineers plays an essential role in organizations. They are responsible for designing, setting up, and managing computer networks within a company. One of their most important responsibilities is getting a network back online and working properly after there is an outage. You might have experienced that WhatsApp, Facebook, and emails sometimes experience outage, or your favorite apps went down for a few hours. Network engineer role is very important, and he fixes this issue. We don't realize the network engineer role unless we encounter some problem. Only when there is a problem, we will see what is the issue with the network, and then we look out for him. So for big organizations, even 1 minute of non-availability of the system causes loss of revenue in thousands of crores. Okay, I think recently Facebook was down for a few hours and their stock went down by thousands of billions. So if you are interested in network hardwares, its connectivity to computer system and protocols, this will be a nice area for you. Top networking companies are IBM, Siemens, Microsoft, Cisco, AT&T, and Juniper. Okay, let's move on. Next is about IT security and cyber security. So an IT security specialist is responsible to design and implement security protocols for an organization. Okay, an organization may have intellectual property that needs to be protected, correct? The inter-organizational data can also be prone to external hacks. All of you might be familiar with hacking, correct? So an IT security specialist has to design measures to counter such a situation and protect the system from external hacks. For example, nobody can go and access the Google or Microsoft internal code and how they have implemented the OS or Android or any other feature, right? Or what the logic or algorithm they use, because it's their intellectual property, and they are protecting it very well. So there's a difference between IT security and cyber security. Information technology uses computer networks, hardware, and software to store and share digital information. Cybersecurity focuses more narrowly on protecting computer systems, digital devices, and data from unauthorized access. Okay. Obviously, you won't want your WhatsApp or Gmail to be accessed by someone or hacked by someone, correct? So that's because cybersecurity policies are in place to protect you. Next is about quality assurance tester. The main job of a quality assurance tester is to ensure that product released by the company meet the quality standards of the industry. many people think that, testing job is a low profile job, or, it's not worth. But some people might be, very curious of testing. They are very good at, finding the mistakes in that application or product, and, improving the quality of it. So this involves, understanding the design of the product and ensuring it is error free. QA testers are usually part of product based companies mostly, that require consistent maintenance and updates post deployment. But they are there everywhere, even in service companies, th- they are there before any project goes live. Um, there are many automation testing tools available in the market, and people do manual testing as well. So you can browse for no automation testing tools that are there in the market and find out what tools are interesting to you if you like testing. These QA engineers, in fact, write automation scripts with Python to test the product nowadays. So that's how the product is coming up with more quality. They work closely with the design team to understand the product and cover all test cases. Okay. Next is about the database administrators. Okay. They are responsible to maintain databases that are compatible with the organization needs. For example, at the college level, you might be using, simple tables and records. So, it may be difficult for you to, uh, you know, understand how big is the database industry. For example, Facebook has got billions of customers, correct? So where do they store all of their data, and if you log in immediately, all the data corresponding to you are fetched and rendered into the website. Okay. So the database has to be very, very efficient. Otherwise, sometimes you might be that some sites are very slow and you get frustrated. That's because their database might not be good um, in the organization of the data. So it is taking long time for them to fetch the data and give it to you. So DBAs are mainly responsible to maintain databases that are compatible with the organization needs. This is done using database software. Okay, they can be responsible for other database related activities like migration, backups, database design, capacity planning, and performance monitoring. Okay, this does not a lot of coding and requires some Unix and SQL skills in most cases. Okay, this field is good for you if you have the following qualities, like database administrators has to be very patient. They should give meticulous attention to details, logical approach to work, the ability to prioritize tasks, problem solving skills, good organizational skills, communication and interpersonal skills, familiarity with computer operating systems and database technology, right? Oracle DBs are more popular and they have high demand. Okay, if you like database, working with SQLs and like to organize data, then you can explore on this area. Next is about DevOps. DevOps stands for development and operations. Okay, in big projects, many people will be working on a particular module. There should be efficient process to merge the code developed by everyone and deploy it. It is a set of practices that automate the process between software development and IT teams, so they can build, test, and release the software faster and more reliably. Um, Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes are popular tools, and the certifications are available on them. See, imagine that you are doing some changes in particular code, and your coworker is doing few other changes in the same code. Okay, if there is no coordination between both of you, right? Um, uh, you know that code will not go live because there will be a lot of mistakes in merging it. So DevOps comes as a helpful tool here. So one person will check out the code and another person will use the code. After they do the changes, they check in case both of them are working, the changes will be merged, and a lot of other features are there. In big organizations, right, there'll be several modules involved, and maybe the lines of code are more there. So they need efficient organization tool to do that. Yeah, let's move on. So next is about the data scientist. Okay. You know very well about this role because you are artificial intelligence and data science students. Nowadays, all the profitable organization uses data science in some capacity, and this is huge demand. Data scientists uses analytical skills to identify patterns and trends in data. They do so through machine learning algorithms that are programmed to predict certain outcomes. These trends are then used to make business decisions that can drive a company to profits. A data scientist need to have a combination of skills like industry knowledge, decision making, and technical understanding, programming, and um, like they need to know the assumptions. Okay, so you might have seen that YouTube recommends your popular videos or Google showing the ads that you are interested. How do they do this? They collect the data from your watch history, browsing history, and with the data science models, they customize the advertisements, YouTube channels for you and show up. Okay. So, when you see the YouTube, if you are not a premium customer, you know, they show up the advertisement to you based on your history. And they get the revenue from those advertisements. Okay. Unless they show the relevant advertisement to you, correct, and if you click on the advertisement, they earn even more. Unless they show you the respective advertisement, you may not be interested, and you always close the ad, you choose that, and revenue will be a loss for them, correct. So data science comes as a helpful tool for them here. So another area is on the data science is with the help of applications of data science, the airlines have started analyzing the data of their business to strategically improve the sectors and improve profits, correct? So uh, let us see how they are helping them to achieve profits. For example, they identify the potential customers to offer calculated discount instead of providing discounts to everyone. Okay, so they will decide on the optimized routes by analyzing the traffic on different routes. It helps in saving expensive fuel that gets unnecessarily exhausted. Uh, right? For example, some sectors, there may be only 25% of the people flying. In other sectors, there will be huge crowds. So all these things they need to analyze and plan for their schedules. Um, Data science also helps in predicting the delays in flight based on the weather and few other conditions. Um, and they set the cost of the flights as per seasons, festival, and the number of travelers. All these are done by analyzing the number of potential travelers and frequent travelers. This is how the application of data science is optimizing the profits of airline industry. Even in Swiggy, Zomato, right? You might have seen that they give you customized discounts based on your order history, region, etc. The discount code or the coupons that you get may not be the same for your friend, right? So they use data science for various other applications, and it's you have huge demand for data scientists. So this is a very good opportunity here. So you should really explore on this data science related roles. So let's move on. Next is about artificial intelligence. You are all AI students, and I don't have to tell much about AI. You know the capabilities of AI. It is a computer system's ability to mimic human behavior, correct? So machines demonstrate this sort of intelligence, which can be compared to a natural language, a natural intelligence that humans and animals demonstrate. In artificial intelligence AI, machines learn from past data and actions, which are positive or negative. With this new information, the machine is able to make corrections to itself so that the problem don't resurface, as well as to make any necessary adjustments to handle new inputs. Finally, the machine is able to perform human-like tasks. An AI engineer build AI models using machine learning algorithms and deep learning neural networks to draw business insights, which can be used to make business decisions that affect the entire organization. Okay, AI engineer should have a sound understanding of programming, software engineering, and data science. They use different tools and techniques so they can process data as well as develop and maintain AI systems suitable. I mean, this field is suitable for those interested in mathematics and programming. Let me tell you an example of how we use artificial intelligence in our company. Okay, so we do products for solar energy companies, just like inverters, which charges when you have electricity and store them in batteries, right? So we have batteries to store the excess solar energy generated as well. Our data science team already implemented models that would connect to the weather forecast system and find the solar energy that can be generated on a particular day. And they will also forecast the upcoming weather conditions like tsunami or storms or Toronto or whatever it is. So there would be IoT devices fixed on the solar panel, which collects the data of power generated by the panel. So using all this data, our AI system will decide when to charge the battery, when to discharge the battery, and alert in case of any adverse weather conditions, or alert, uh, if there will not be enough power for tomorrow using the power generated by sun, and ask them to do alternate arrangements. Right? This is how we use artificial intelligence in solar renewables. Similarly, we use AI in other industries as well. For example, oil and gas industry to find out the yield of petrol, or if there is a slight crack in the line which extracts the petrol, right? All those things are identified by artificial intelligence to provide more petrol yield. Let's move on. Next, this is about business analyst role. I think most of you might not have heard that this is a specific role in the organization. Okay, on the other end of the product development life cycle or business analyst. Okay, they typically work as a bridge between the business and the technical team to ensure that requirements, limitations, and timeliness are understood well. They may also hop in and help with the testing and quality assurance depending on the team structure. So they need to have a wide range of product knowledge. So if you have a background in business, product development, or design, and some coding skills, you may qualify for an entry level business analyst role. If not, I would recommend in looking into some online courses to help you develop a basic understanding of this role and what you require to possess. Business analysts don't need to be good in coding and other technical side, but they should be very good in understanding the business requirements, logics, and they should be able to interact with the development team to translate the requirements and bring out the product. Correct? Yeah, let's move on to the next role. So next is about project management professional. Okay, so like business analyst, project managers must understand their product's business requirement and technical constraints. The a key difference is that project managers typically go deep into a single project. They often define tasks and resources for the teams working on the project and track the project's progress um, as it nears the release. Okay. Smaller companies may combine the business analyst, project management, scrum master, and product manager roles in various ways, but larger companies may define separate responsibilities. Okay, they need excellent organizational skills, understanding of the business, and people skills are critical to succeed as a project manager. Let me see the other role. Yeah. Um, let's move on. This is about a Scrum Master and Product Owner. I'm not sure how many of you have heard about Scrum. That is next to Agile methodology. Okay. It's a methodology, and it's about the art of doing twice the work in half the time. Okay, that's very good methodology. Scrum works by setting sequential goals that you must complete in fixed time. Okay, it can be 2 week cycle or 4 week cycle. We call this cycle as sprint. Okay. And product owners works with the customers and find out what needs to be accomplished and decide the priorities. A scrum master is another person who works on how to accomplish the task. So see, the product owner find out what needs to be done, and master finds out how it needs to be accomplished. Okay, so the scrum master will have regular daily stand-up meetings with the team on what was accomplished yesterday, what is planned for today, and what are the obstacles they are having to proceed with the task. See, for example, if you want to launch a product similar to Book My Show, okay, for booking a cinema ticket, in the traditional model, they take the requirements from you, complete the product, and show you only at the end, just like how you do the projects, correct? So you show the demo only at the end as- to your HOD or your faculties. By that time, your requirement might have changed, okay, or they might not have built it in a way that you want. But Scrum do the product incrementally and show the demo to the customer after every sprint. Uh, every sprint, I mean, after 2 weeks or 4 weeks. So the customer knows how his product is going to come up. Scrum will first design the login page alone, okay, and show them, okay, hey, is the login page working as expected, okay, and show them in sprint 1. Next, in sprint 2, they may complete some more features, like they will add just the menu and show them, and the customer will review that and see, okay, yeah, these are the menus that I want, and he will say, maybe I want these additional menus, can you include it? Then that change will be taken up for the future releases. So in the next sprint, they may do some back end work, like adding list of cinema theaters and show you the list, okay, and the customer may come up and say, okay, hey, I want this feature to be listed in a different way, or I want different capability to add this cinema theaters when new theaters approaches me, something like that. Okay, so here the customer is continuously engaged in his product, okay, and he can change the requirements if we want at that stage, so it can be adopted easily. Okay, this concept is very interesting. This applies not only for software development but everywhere. Even for landing into your dream job, like you can use these scrum concepts. See, all of us plan very well, okay, but very few succeed in executing it fully. Similar to how scrum helps to achieve desired result, you can also plan your work every 2 weeks. Okay, I mean, you may have a specific goal, okay, but make short-term goals. Plan only for the first 2 weeks. Okay, once you complete the task, then go ahead and plan for the next 2 weeks and implement that. Then you plan what you're going to achieve in the next 2 weeks. Like that, if you go, at least you will have a sense of satisfaction that, okay, I have completed this much, I'm on a right track. Okay, and suppose you have a long term goal, and you are not assessing yourself, and you are not measuring your progress every 2 weeks, or if you are not achieving the results every 2 weeks, right? Then at the end of 1 year, you may think that, oh, doesn't sound interesting to me, I want to try something else. Then the time would be wasted for you. Okay, but if you plan for 2 weeks, you would achieve something, and whether that's what you want to achieve, and you can go ahead, or go back and revise your plan. Okay, let's move on. Thus, nowadays the explosion of no code and low code development tools are high. um, so the companies have opened the opportunities to quickly build software without hiring a development team. These tools allows you to create a mobile or web app in hours instead of weeks, and because they are getting better every year, right? I think you might have also experienced some tools, using which you can build a mobile app or website in a shorter time. Those are all called no code, low code platforms. More companies are embracing these apps now. For example, you go and find out core.ai. Okay, browse this core.ai. So you can build the chatbot in 2 to 3 days with this platform for even big enterprises. Correct? So I would request you to go and explore this platform, core.ai. So there are different other roles. Okay, digital marketing is there, SAP is there, Oracle ERP is there, and lot of roles are interesting in software industry. If you go to the Google site, correct? So you can see the career options available. Google site, Microsoft site, Oracle, Adobe, McAfee, VMware. Just go to all these sites and find out what are all the career options uh, listed there, and find out the roles, responsibilities, and see if which roles are interesting to you. That will give you more idea of what kind of job you want to land in. Correct? So let me tell you some tips for interview preparation. For example, in our company, we have almost 4 to 5 rounds of technical interviews for the candidates. Okay, we filter at each stage. First will be a pre-screening round where we check whether the candidate has the logical ability to do a task, and whether they are using optimized solution using DSA. So the data structures and algorithms that you will be reading in your academics will be very helpful to land your dream job in big companies. um, Data structures and algorithms is about doing a code in an optimized way. For example, if you want to um, let me give you a small question. This question we give for the candidates in the pre-screening round to check their logical ability. Okay, we will give them the question of find the first non-repeating character in a string. Okay, some people uses loops, nested loops to find that. Some people uses hash map algorithm. Some people uses different algorithm. But whoever uses hash map algorithm, they get the result. The computational time required with that algorithm is very less. Okay, that's what we see in the interviews. How the candidate is able to, program in such a way that the CPU time is less, and it is giving the exact results in a shorter time. That's what we see, right? So highly paying startups are some other popular companies. Okay, expect that you have the troubleshooting abilities, problem solving skills, and good aptitude. So first find out the subjects that's more fascinating for you. And as I said, look at the career side of those companies for which you are interested, and understand their expectations, understand the roles and responsibilities that are required, and start preparing from now onwards. See, you have a good time now to prepare for it. So your aim should be to get a good internship after the 6 semester holidays, so that many companies extend full-time job to those people who have done internship after you finish the degree. Okay, provided you prove yourself. See, from the organization perspective also, we are looking for employees who have all these skills. Suppose we find that someone is very good and doing good internship, so we will wait for them to complete the degree and join us, because recruiting is such a challenging job, because we getting the right candidate is essential for the success of the company. Okay, so I wish you all the best in finding the job that suits you well and it's interesting to you with all these tips. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your valuable speech. Students, do you have any queries? Do you have any doubts?
A query about the last part of internship, ma'am. How would you recommend that we get internship from good companies, ma'am? Given that they do not post jobs publicly as they are hiring interns, how should we approach them?
Yeah, usually nowadays, there are a lot of coding competitions announced on the website, right? So you should prepare for that and participate in that. So these companies, they have a tie-up with, a hacker rank or, few other this competitive coding challenges companies. So they will pick up from there for internship, and some companies post their post for internship as well. So you can write to the company career site through email and find out from them if there are internship opportunities available there. Mostly, you get through this get to these companies through the competitive coding challenges that are being announced, and through some referrals. You try to contact the website that's mentioned in in their career site, along with your accomplishment. So your profile matters a lot. So I want to show you something else, but I forgot. So if nowadays I'm seeing that, right, in LinkedIn, if you go, you can see very good profiles. So if you go deep into that profile, I can see that they are doing only second year in their graduation, but they have accomplished a lot in that. So I would request all of you to have good network with LinkedIn. So your LinkedIn network connection would help you as well for good internship. So if you grow your network in LinkedIn, so you can find out the companies that you're interested to join internship, and find some person there, send a friend request, and then connect with them, message them, and find out their internship process. Okay. LinkedIn is not like Instagram or Facebook that people will cheat. LinkedIn is a professional network. Okay. So you don't have to worry much on that. So establish your network in LinkedIn. So that would really help you to get good internships. And there are some job sites as well which post these internship opportunities. Hope that
Thank you,
helps
ma'am.
you.
Yes, ma'am, it helps. Thank you, ma'am.
Students, do you have any other students? Do you have any queries or any suggestions or questions to be asked? Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable suggestions to the future of both second years and third years of AA. Hope so. This will be more useful for them to go their career as well as in their future. And most probably, our students are unaware which field to go, and you gave a clear idea and to how to cope up in their life and to go to the right path in their career. Thank you for your wonderful session, which is more informative to all our growing people and growing careers in our department. Thank you for your wonderful speech. Now I request Sabita to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for this enlightening session, ma'am. We got a complete idea about all available software jobs and a clear idea to set our future ahead. I would like to end the session with a vote of thanks. Thank you, Mrs. Jayashree, ma'am, for accepting our invitation and giving us this great presentation. Thank you, Principal Sir, for joining us this evening. I would like to thank our Head of Department, Dr. Kanaga Subbaraja, sir, for organizing the event, and the faculties and my fellow students for joining this event. Thank you all.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am.